The story of America is a tapestry woven from ambition, struggle, and the pursuit of a better life. It began long before Europeans, with vibrant Native American civilizations. These cultures were forever altered by European explorers in the 15th century. Early settlers, driven by dreams, established colonies along the Atlantic coast. From Jamestown to New Amsterdam, these communities faced hardship and uncertainty. Life in early America was a constant struggle for survival. Colonists battled harsh weather, disease, and conflicts with native tribes. Yet, a spirit of resilience and self-reliance emerged. Colonists cleared land, established trade routes, and developed self-governance. The seeds of American identity, rooted in independence, were sown. As the colonies grew, so did their desire for autonomy. A clash with the powerful British Empire became inevitable. By the mid-18th century, tensions between Great Britain and its American colonies reached a boiling point. The British government, burdened by debt from its wars in Europe, sought to exert greater control over its colonial possessions. New taxes and regulations, imposed without the consent of the colonists, sparked outrage and resistance. The cry of no taxation without representation echoed throughout the colonies, fueling a growing movement for independence. In 1775, the simmering conflict erupted into open warfare, with the battles of Lexington and Concord. The American Revolution had begun. Led by George Washington, a charismatic Virginia planter, the Continental Army faced a formidable foe in the British military. Despite being outmatched in numbers and resources, the American colonists fought valiantly for their freedom. The turning point came in 1777 with the American victory at Saratoga, which convinced France to join the war as an American ally. Following their hard-won victory in the American Revolution, the newly independent states faced the daunting task of forming a unified nation. The Articles of Confederation, adopted in 1777, proved too weak to effectively govern the fledgling nation. In 1787, delegates from the states convened in Philadelphia to address these challenges, ultimately drafting a new constitution that established a more powerful federal government. This new government, with its system of checks and balances and separation of powers, aimed to safeguard individual liberties while ensuring national unity. However, the issue of slavery cast a long shadow over the young republic. While the Founding Fathers recognized the inherent contradiction between the ideals of liberty and the institution of slavery, they ultimately compromised, postponing a reckoning with this moral stain. As the nation expanded westward, the issue of slavery became increasingly divisive, culminating in the secession of Southern states and the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861. The latter half of the 19th century witnessed a period of unprecedented industrial growth and technological innovation in the United States. The Industrial Revolution, fueled by abundant natural resources, a growing workforce, and technological advancements, transformed the nation from an agrarian society into an industrial powerhouse. Railroads crisscrossed the continent, connecting distant markets and facilitating the transportation of goods and people. Factories sprang up in cities like Chicago and Pittsburgh, producing everything from steel and textiles to automobiles and consumer goods. This period of rapid industrialization brought about significant social and economic changes. Millions of Americans migrated from rural areas to urban centers in search of work, leading to the growth of cities and the rise of a new urban working class. While industrialization created vast wealth and opportunity, it also led to income inequality, labor unrest, and environmental degradation. The Gilded Age, as it came to be known, was a time of both progress and profound social upheaval. Section 5. World Wars and Global Impact. The 20th century brought new challenges and responsibilities for the United States on the world stage. The First World War, which erupted in Europe in 1914, initially saw the United States remain neutral. However, German submarine attacks on American ships, coupled with a desire to defend democratic principles, led to the United States' entry into the war in 1917. The arrival of American troops on the Western Front helped turn the tide of the war in favor of the Allies. Following the war, the United States retreated into a period of isolationism, reluctant to become entangled in foreign conflicts. However, the outbreak of World War II in 1939 forced the nation to confront the growing threat of fascism. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941 galvanized American public opinion and led to the United States' entry into the war. The United States played a pivotal role in the Allied victory, emerging from the war as a global superpower. Section 6. The Fight for Equality. Despite its ideals of liberty and equality, the United States has grappled with the legacy of racial injustice throughout its history. Following the Civil War, African Americans continued to face discrimination and segregation in many parts of the country. The civil rights movement of the mid-20th century sought to dismantle these systems of oppression and achieve full equality for all Americans. Led by iconic figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks, the civil rights movement utilized nonviolent protests, legal challenges, and grassroots organizing to challenge segregation, discrimination, and voter suppression. The movement's efforts led to landmark legislation such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin. Section 7. A superpower emerges. In the aftermath of World War II, the United States emerged as a global superpower, wielding significant political, economic, and military influence. The Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension between the United States and the Soviet Union, dominated much of the latter half of the 20th century. The two superpowers engaged in a nuclear arms race, ideological battles, and proxy wars around the globe. Despite the tensions of the Cold War, the United States also played a leading role in shaping the post-war international order. The Marshall Plan, a massive aid program to rebuild war-torn Europe, helped foster economic recovery and prevent the spread of communism. The United States also played a key role in the establishment of the United Nations, NATO, and other international institutions aimed at promoting peace and cooperation. Section 8. The American Legacy. The history of the United States is a complex and often contradictory one, marked by both remarkable achievements and profound challenges. From its humble beginnings as a collection of colonies to its rise as a global superpower, the nation has undergone a remarkable transformation. The American story is one of constant evolution, shaped by the contributions and struggles of countless individuals from all walks of life. As we look to the future, the United States continues to grapple with questions of identity, equality, and its role in the world. The lessons learned from its past, both triumphs and failures, can serve as a guide as the nation navigates the complexities of the 21st century. The American experiment, with its enduring belief in the power of democracy, individual liberty, and the pursuit of a more perfect union, remains an ongoing journey. Section 9. Join the journey. The story of America is your story. It's a story of resilience, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of a better tomorrow. It's a story that continues to unfold every day. Subscribe to our channel and join us as we delve deeper into the rich tapestry of American history, exploring the people, events, and ideas that have shaped this nation. Together, let's uncover the past, understand the present, and inspire the future.